again. Hopefully you're finding your way in. If you were at the sale, welcome back to the new live. If you could give it a thumbs up, that would be great. Hi, Margot, Buckingham, Holly, Kevin. I'm going to put it on. Hopefully you're finding. Shh. Gosh, so loud. All right. I don't know where the live streaming dashboard thing is. Here it is. Okay, a lot to talk about. There's this missing Washington teen who disappeared after talking to a man online. Yeah. So her mom says that her daughter's been missing for more than 2 weeks. And it began after she started speaking with an older man online. On January 6th, the mother, Sarah Merrill, called the Mount Vernon Police Department to tell them that she believed her 14-year-old daughter, Ella Jones, left their home voluntarily that morning or the evening before. And I quote, she said, since she left home, Ella has not made, the police department, this quote, since she has left home, Ella has not made contact with family members or friends. And this is from a Facebook post that they wrote. They said, anytime a juvenile leaves home and ceases contact, it raises concern about their welfare. The mother said that Ella had been chatting with an older man on social media before she left. And it included one instance where the teen was allegedly talking with the man on a video chat website called Omegle? I never heard of that. Omegle, O-M-E-G-L-E, before it closed in November. A couple of kids did see her speaking to the adult male on the video on our computer. So this, hang on. So the Aware Foundation is posting about this. And she vanished 19 days ago. So let's see what else they can tell us about this. Her mother saw her the night before in her room. That was January 5th. It says the Mount Vernon Police Department is asking for the public's help. Oh my God. Oh, I can't talk. Gosh. For the public's help in locating a missing 14-year-old girl, Ella Jones, last seen at her home in Mount Vernon, Washington on the night of January 5th, 2024. Ella's mom saw her daughter in her room before going to bed that night. The next morning, when her mom went to check on Ella, she was nowhere to be seen. Ella has never gone missing before, and everyone is deeply concerned for her safety. Ella has not tried to contact any family or friends since she vanished, which is very unlike her. She was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, multicolored plaid pajama pants, and black Nike Air Forces. According to her mother, she believes Ella was being groomed by an older male. If you have information related to Ella's whereabouts, please call the Skagit County Dispatch 360-428-3211 or just call 911. Hopefully she's found. Okay, and then another case in Iowa. So in Iowa, there was baby Jane Lincoln. She was named that because the barn where her body was found on U.S. Highway 30, historically known as the Lincoln Highway, was found in 1996 on November 10th by Claire Wilson, who lived in the home adjacent to the barn with his son, daughter-in-law, and 15-year-old grandson Luke. Now, the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation says that baby Jane's father was also named Luke Wilson, and he is now 43, meaning he would have been 15 or 16 at the time of the baby's death. Get it? The mother was identified as Samantha Light Hope, also now 43 years old. Isn't that crazy? An autopsy on the baby's body in 1996 determined that her cause of death was probable exposure, but the manner of death was undetermined. The medical examiner said the baby was probably alive for a short time after birth and could have been put in the barn as late as 6 a.m. Claire Wilson found the infant's body inside a white plastic shopping bag, which was inside an open black garbage bag. The baby's umbilical cord was still attached to the placenta. Investigators said they would not be releasing further information at this time. So, all that time, and the body of this baby was found by Claire Wilson, who lived with his son, daughter-in-law, and 15-year-old grandson Luke, and it was the 15-year-old grandson that was the father of that baby, allegedly. Isn't that crazy? And that was just found out with DNA from 1996. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Look at this fog and everything. In Virginia Beach, okay, a fishing pier. A car drove the length of a Virginia Beach fishing pier. You even go out onto a fishing pier with your car, can you? Early Saturday morning, crashed through the rails at the end of the ocean. At least one person is assumed inside the vehicle when it crashed through the gates and is now dead. A teenager was out for a run with a friend just before 7 a.m. and recorded the car on the pier. Kaylin Crawford, 16, said that she heard the first crash, the car hitting the first gate, blocking the entrance to the pier, and then the second crash through the second gate, and started to record. The car can be seen driving down the length of the pier. Is it going to drive off the edge? She asks in the video. No effing way, she says, as the driver appears to brake before going over the edge. Once they sped up, Crawford said, I was like, oh no, he's going to drive off the pier. She called 911. Police came quickly. The car is at the bottom of the ocean. We are still trying to collect the right assets to be able to recover the vehicle, and it seems like we're going to have to rely on private companies. We might actually be recovering the vehicle either later today, Sunday, or at daybreak. The way it looks, it is likely tomorrow due to some weather patterns. They didn't know how deep the water was at the end of the pier, but the depth, of course, changes according to the tide. The car is not visible. Police have not sent divers down to investigate. Instead, they've used other technology. Debbie Lou Haig, owner of Ocean Eddie's restaurant at the base of the pier, said the pier is closed at this time of year and blocked by heavy metal gates, which the driver slammed through. The restaurant is usually open for breakfast, even when the pier is closed. Not today, though. Wow. That's crazy. I had a dream about the ocean last night. Something kind of forget what it was. Okay, now back to our stories on there. So, an 8-year-old in Kentucky fled her abusive parents to the neighbor's house. She's hospitalized. Her parents are behind bars. She showed up at her neighbor's front door on Thursday. She was covered in bruises. Her parents, Austin, who's 27, and Kayla, who's 31, Frazier, were charged with first-degree criminal child abuse of a child under 12. The arrest report, it says that the 8-year-old told police that the parents beat her with a metal pipe. They put her hand on a hot stove and they threw something at her that hit her in the head. She was taken by ambulance to a hospital where doctors said the child had multiple broken bones in various stages of healing. The report said the girl had a deep laceration over one of her eyes, along with a burn mark on the palm of her hand. The Fraziers were booked into the Boyd County Detention Center on $100,000 bonds each. The neighbor who answered the door to the girl's frantic knock said that the little girl, she let her in and called 911 and didn't answer the door when the parents came knocking. Wow, it's a good thing she got away from them. And look at these nutcases. Sickos. I don't understand these people. Okay. Okay, and then in Mississippi, I didn't know it's so cold in Mississippi. But we have more child abuse. A Mississippi woman is facing child neglect charges after she brought her toddler to Walmart dressed only in a diaper amid freezing temperatures. At 10:30 a.m., January 17th, police in Byram, southwest of Jackson, were called to the store. They found 26-year-old Cambria Gabrielle Darby in the parking lot. It was 20 degrees Fahrenheit at the time. While Darby was inside shopping, several people confronted her about the 2-year-old son in the cart, who appeared to be cold and shaking. A video posted to social media showed her tossing a bag of frozen food at the child. He's sitting there shaking, one man can be heard saying in the video. She's throwing cold food on this child. What's wrong with you? One customer asks her in the now viral video. Lower your voice. Who are you? Darby responds. You're crazy, says another man, prompting Darby to utter expletives and then twerk. Oh my gosh, so sick. Oh, that poor kid, he's in a garbage bag. Some shoppers put clothing on the child inside the store. A video posted by a Walmart employee showed a shopper dressing the child as Darby scrolled on her phone. It seems like in his eyes, he was just looking for help. He was crying out for help. Darling alleges that Walmart fired her after posting the video. Child Protective Services was called to the scene and the child was put in the care of a relative. Yeah, great. I hope that's... Darby has been charged with 1 count of child neglect. Since being released on bond, she's defended herself and her parenting on social media. And she says on Facebook, she says, I have pics of every meal I've cooked them. Adding, I know this too shall pass. I know one day me and my kids will be reunited. Get out of here, lady. Here's the kid. They put him in a garbage bag. I thought they put clothes on him from Walmart. Why is he sitting in a garbage bag? What? And the mother says she's being done like Jesus. And she posted 54 pictures proving she's a good mom. She faces up to 6 years in jail if convicted. I don't feel sorry for her. She needs to be in jail. She shouldn't have done that to her baby, someone said. And a Walmart worker was fired after 5 years of service for posting the video of the boy online and said that Walmart doesn't care about their employees. I was only trying to help. After she was released on bail, she wrote a 656-word post defending herself, claiming she was being done like Jesus. Let's see if we can find this. Attached to the post were 54 photos of her children that she claimed proved she was a good mother and not neglectful or mentally ill. And they included 2 of her kids at Disney World, posing with presents under a Christmas tree and sitting on pumpkins at a farm. She was dressed. Hold on. She was dressed like that, and she took him out like that. Crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to where she said this stuff. And she posted a bunch of why would she take her child out like that? It's not making any sense. Not at all. Oh my gosh, this stupid thing keeps... Oh, that's a black jacket? That doesn't look like a jacket. Oh, it is a jacket. It looks like a garbage bag. Another shopper draped a black jacket over him for something to wear. His teeth were chattering. What is that picture she has over there? That's really weird. Okay, so there are people inside the store, and she's just standing there, scrolling on her phone. While people are dressing her kids. Oh my gosh. is crazy. So she posted, let me see if I can get to her Facebook post. Hold on a minute, guys. My computer is all crazy. So I think I have too much stuff open here. So anyway, this is nuts. I'm probably going to have to just close down my Chrome and start over again. There's like too much stuff on here. Let me shut some of these. Hold on, it's going to end the process and I'm going to okay, hang on. Let me get back and open up Chrome again. Oh boy. I know you can still hear me. I know you can still hear me. But I can't see you guys at all. I'll be right back. I take this. I don't want to restore. No, I'm not going to restore it at all. I'm going to not do that. I've got to get back to YouTube, guys, so I can see you. Hold on. YouTube Studio. Studio. Okay, back in the studio. All right, there we are, back in here. Okay, guys, thanks for waiting. Thank you for waiting. I'm back in. I'm gonna finish up with this. Okay, we're gonna go on her on Facebook and see. Okay, that's family of, okay, so family speaking out. Let's get our picture back up so we know who we're talking about. Okay. Her family spoke out. Let's see. her great aunt, Marie Darby Pickens, 69, who lives in Jackson, Mississippi, where Cambria and many of her relatives reside, says she's never seen any evidence that Cambria was a bad mother. She also says she does not use drugs. Everything I've seen with her and the kids has been positive. Pickens is a retired social worker. I don't condone what was done, and it was right to be reported, but we don't know both sides of the story. Sometimes kids can be difficult, not wanting to put their clothes on or taking them off, and maybe she was in a rush to pick up some things. Get out of here. Pickens said Cambria brought her 3 kids to see their 92-year-old great-great-grandmother when she was dying, and she acted very appropriately, and so did the kids. I'm not saying there are underlying mental health issues in her case, but you need to find out her story. What she did showed poor judgment, certainly, and it's very unfortunate because one incident like this can ruin a life. Cambria's mother, Lakeisha Darby, hung up on a reporter who heard the sound of young kids in the background. Lakeisha later texted, the family hopes to return back to their life prior to this incident and will have no further comment. The Walmart employee, whose real name is Felicia Darling, began recording the video after watching the mother, appropriately dressed for the 20-degree temperature, outside in a sweater, pants, and boots, but the diaper-clad toddler was in a cold shopping cart. Several shoppers at the Byram, Mississippi location confronted Darby as she made her way through the store, stopping at one of the freezer aisles and tossing a bag of frozen vegetables, which hit the shivering child. She was let out on bond conditions ordered by the Hinds County Youth Court. EMS crews were called to check the child before CPS arrived. The toddler was later released to an approved relative. After she was released from jail, Darby took to social media and defended her actions and the way she parented her children. Darby compared the treatment inside Walmart last week to Jesus. They did Jesus the same way. He felt sick to his stomach as well. He didn't want to go through it. What? Oh my gosh. Crazy. Okay, and then this is crazy. Let me just see something. Crazy. All right. So now we've got more craziness. So a veteran who is a kindergarten teacher committed fraud. Let me put this here. Let me put him there so we know we're talking about him. A veteran in New Hampshire admitted that he spent 20 years, the last 20 years, in a wheelchair, and he collected more than $660,000 in benefits for his fake injury after he was busted walking following a visit to the Veterans Affairs office. Christopher Schultz, 49, pled guilty Thursday to making false statements to the Department of Veterans Affairs in 2003 to collect a 100% disability rating. Stoltz's elaborate scheme started in January of 2003 when he told the VA that he could not use his feet after leaving the service, which granted him a substantial rating. 100% disability rating currently ranges from $3,800 to $4,200 a month, but the compensation has fluctuated over the years. Now, he obtained funds through VA automobile adaptive equipment to purchase special cars and vehicle adaptations designed to help mobility impaired veterans. He's a kindergarten teacher at Antrim Elementary School, but he received $662,871.77 in veterans benefits that he wasn't entitled to between January 2003 and December 2022. Before coming clean, he had been witnessed and recorded multiple times walking without or needing a wheelchair or other ambulatory devices to move around. In October of 2021, he was seen using his wheelchair at the VA Medical Center in Jamaica Plain in Boston, only to lift it into his car and drive off from the facility moments later. He then went to a shopping mall where he was seen walking normally without his wheelchair. Prosecutors say that Stoltz was then surveilled on multiple occasions since the first incident. The veteran repeated the same action after he had a year earlier at the VA facility in Manchester, but this time was recorded walking normally throughout the mall without needing any assistance in 2022. Several people who knew him as far back as the 2000s shared that they had never known him to need a wheelchair or any other kind of walking assistance. When confronted by law enforcement officials about his mobility, he admitted that he could use both feet and was aware he was wrongly collecting the extra benefits. The teacher was formally charged with one count of making false statements in September 13th of 2023. His sentencing date has been set for May 6, 2024, and he faces up to 5 years in prison and 3 years of supervised release. He may be ordered to pay back the entirety of the funds he fraudulently received over the years. The Department of Veterans Affairs has begun cracking down on bogus claims over the years. In September of 2023, Paul John P.J. Herbert was indicted by a federal grand jury and arrested on one count of theft of the government and one count of making false statements. Herbert was a Marine veteran and accused of stealing over $344,000 in military disability benefits and submitted a Purple Heart application for injuries suffered in a roadside bombing that never happened. The veteran claimed he suffered a traumatic brain injury from an IED during a deployment to Iraq following the end of the Gulf War, but when it was revealed that he was falsely representing himself as a decorated war hero injured in the line of service. Wow. Crazy to go into a wheelchair, and he was... Why? Okay. Let's go back to, we still have to finish. We didn't do the Oklahoma story yet, okay? Oklahoma. Okay, so here we have Oklahoma police have named the husband of a missing Tulsa, Oklahoma woman a person of interest in her disappearance. Cassidy Ritchie, 39, has not been seen or heard from since January 20th, and the Tulsa police say they believe foul play was involved. Tulsa Police Lieutenant Brandon Watkins said they have questioned Richie's husband, Chris Moreland. He is currently in the Tulsa County Jail on unrelated warrants for his extradition to Texas. They say they've questioned him about his wife's whereabouts. He's obviously someone who could help us, but so far we're not getting the answers we need. Watkins says Richie's car was found with extensive off-road debris on it. We found the car on the side of the road out there, and it looked like it had been going off-road, had quite a bit of damage, a lot of dirt and grass on it, and so we were, again, there was another reason we were extremely concerned. Watkins said family and friends described Moreland's relationship with Richie as tumultuous. Anyone with information should call 918-596-9222, or you can remain anonymous by calling Tulsa Crime Stoppers at 918-596-COPS. Crazy. Okay, so I think okay, here's a little something about Brian Laundrie's calls. Let's see. Following the murder of Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie reportedly made up to 20 calls to his parents within 2 days. The slew of calls was unlike Brian Laundrie's usual pattern of communication with his parents. In the 2 months leading up to Gabby Petito's death, he had only reportedly called his father, Christopher, once and his mother, Roberta, 5 times. Brian Laundrie initially reached out to his parents at 4 p.m. on August 29th, reportedly a few days after Gabby's last conversation with her mother, Nicole. His first call lasted about 55 minutes, with a subsequent call that lasted about 22 minutes, according to phone records. According to a November 2023 court filing 2 days after the last known sighting of Gabby, Brian informed his parents that she was gone and asked for an attorney. Additional conversations unfolded throughout the next day. According to the Petito family attorney, Pat Riley, the majority of these calls were between Brian Laundrie and his mother, Roberta. Brian told Christopher, "Gabby's gone, I need a lawyer," and he was frantic, Riley said. They refused to acknowledge that meant Gabby was dead, which flies in the face of logic. If your son calls and he's frantic and he says, "She's gone, I need a lawyer," what other explanation of gone could there be? Chris Laundrie, according to Riley, thought that Brian meant something to the effect of, well, there were times Gabby would just leave and go away for a couple of days to meet with friends, or she'd just leave for a couple of days when she was living with us. That was his explanation for why he couldn't admit that gone meant she was dead. It was a flurry of calls on those 2 days, the calls between Brian and his parents prior to that were very sporadic, around 5. Following the calls, Laundrie's parents hired a lawyer, Stephen Bertolino, to represent their son. Gabby Petito vanished in August of 2021 while on that cross-country road trip. After murdering Gabby, Laundrie is believed to have driven the van. The couple was traveling back to his parents' house in Northport, Florida, where he arrived alone on September 1st. He later drove to a nearby nature reserve in Florida, about 10 minutes from his parents' home, where he committed suicide. Investigators recovered what appeared to be a written confession by Brian Laundrie that he murdered Gabby Petito. Members of the Laundrie and Petito's family have been questioned in depositions over the past several months as part of the civil case filed against the Laundries in 2022. In a separate wrongful death lawsuit brought by Petito's family, Brian Laundrie's estate agreed to pay a $3 million settlement last year. Oh, look at that. You know, that Texas wife. Oh, Pitbull Sleuth, where are you? The one that got killed during that garage sale. Now remember they said arrests were imminent. We kept covering it. Arrests were imminent. Well, now they say that it's been 5 years since the death of Elizabeth Barraza, and Crime Stoppers of Houston is offering a $50,000 reward that leads to an arrest. On January 25, 2019, someone shot 29-year-old Barraza as she was setting up a garage sale in front of her Tomball, Texas residence. Her loved one vowed never to give up hope that the perpetrator responsible for her death would eventually be apprehended. And on Thursday, investigators revealed that the assailant appeared to be disguised while approaching Barraza's driveway and then fired several shots after her husband, Sergio Barraza, had left for work. A neighbor's surveillance video captured the incident. In 2019, Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said the suspect had driven up to Barraza's home, walked to the driveway, spoke to Barraza before brandishing a pistol and shooting her. The only comparison I can make regarding the murder of Elizabeth Barraza is like watching a hit on The Sopranos, said the Crime Stoppers Houston director Andy Kahan on Friday morning. Crime Stoppers is offering up a $50,000 reward for any information leading up to the arrest of the suspect and or suspects responsible for the cold-blooded, callous murder of Liz. Grief is intensified when justice is lacking, and sadly right now justice is lacking for Liz and her family. Someone out there knows who killed Elizabeth that morning. Please come forward and assist. You've already heard of the $50,000 reward. That's significant. Anyone with information on the case is urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Yeah, they kept saying an arrest was imminent, arrest was imminent. Oh, and then this one. On Friday, former Atlanta area attorney Claude Tex MacGyver entered a plea of guilty to involuntary manslaughter in connection to the 2016 shooting death of his wife, Diane. I told you guys about this. This was in the car. Remember that? According to the AJC, MacGyver, 81, opted for a plea deal that not only included a guilty plea to reckless conduct and to possession of a firearm during his wife's death. He was subsequently sentenced to 8 years in prison by Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney. Diane's the best friend I ever had, MacGyver said in court. She's the best partner I could possibly imagine, and I will always, always love her. She died as a result of my actions, plain and simple. I've worn my wedding ring since the day we were married, and I intend to wear it until the day that I die. I hope we're at a point where we're not judging each other and we can all move on. She's my angel, and she's waiting for me in heaven. MacGyver was riding in the rear seat of a Ford Expedition SUV in September of 2016, while Diane rode in the front passenger seat when he shot her. MacGyver claimed that the gun, a .38 caliber snub-nosed revolver, discharged by accident. Prosecutors say that MacGyver's behavior after his wife's death became a major factor in the case. This is the guy. We've talked about this before. MacGyver told the SUV driver Patricia Danny Jo Carter to say he wasn't there. Carter was one of Diane's close friends. A few weeks later, in October, MacGyver called Carter's husband, Thomas Carter, and told him to tell his wife to stop communicating and about the incident with law enforcement. Tex MacGyver also asked a family friend, Charles William Crane, to retract a Black Lives Matter statement he told the media. Previously, Tex MacGyver allegedly instructed Crane to act as his spokesperson and tell the public the gun was pulled out during a Black Lives Matter movement, but later changed his mind about the statement. Along with 8 years behind bars, MacGyver was ordered to serve 7 years of probation. MacGyver's attorney, Amanda R. Clark Palmer, and Donald Samuel told AJC that MacGyver's prison sentence will end in 2025, but that he has the possibility of being released early on parole. Okay, let's see. All right, let me see now if, where are you guys? Excellent connection, now that's good. So, everybody's okay, right? Carolyn, somebody's screaming. What are you screaming? Somebody was screaming. Okay. I'd be in my bedroom grounded still if we had. Oliver, how are you doing? One look at my true crime computers on you done, I would go straight to jail. What's going on? Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about here in the chat. Okay, we're gonna go take a quick look. Okay, so somebody was really upset about Gypsy Rose and said, I followed the Gypsy Rose case when it happened and have been on some forums reading about it. But this week I'm homesick and I finally watched the Lifetime Prison series. First off, somebody else who's worked in a detention center. I'm unamused by the obese, self-professed Prince Charming saying how he snuck in the engagement ring. Wonder what else he snuck in for her. Why brag about sneaking in items into a lockdown? Does he not realize how dangerous that is? Second, is he really bragging about how many men want to date her? Yes, he is. Clearly, she doesn't understand what dating is. I'm kind of grossed out that he thinks she's a catch, and apparently her husband thinks he is not only the prize number, but the trophy as well. What kind of delusions are they suffering from? Do we want to accept that her dad didn't know anything about anything, but he thought that staying away was the best choice? At no point did he want to see a specialist with her, read a medical chart, spend the weekend with her, ask her if she could walk? Does this loving stepmother even ever meet Gypsy? As a mom of her own biological child, she should have known to question some of these things. Wow. Very true, very true. So a lot of this is so sketchy. Gross. Okay, so anyway, let's see here. Gypsy Rose. So on January 26th, there was a Gypsy Rose special on 2020. I don't know if you saw that. Anyway, craziness, but you know what it is time for? You guessed it. It's time for cookies. Cookies. Time for cookies. Word cookies, that is. Okay. Neither of them have any couth. They're couthless. They're couthless. Couthless. All right. Toe, there's no O. How could you have toe? There's no O. What's the top word? I thought it was steep, but I got steep down here. What's the word? What's the top word? Jen Grill. Come on, we need help here. Where's Margot? No O, L. No O. No O. Is L saying the right words? Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Oh, here comes Marianne. Very good, Marianne. Thanks for coming in. You should become a member and Kevin will sing to you. You used to be a member, Marianne. If you're a member, Kevin will sing to you again. Hi, Brenda P. Good one, Marianne, she said. We did it. We did it. Oh, no, I don't want 2 times my reward. What's going on? I don't want that. What's going on here? Hold on, I've got to open it up again. Come on. Get out of here. I know we need a new Zoom, Kevin. I know. Did it time out for you? Did it time out on you? Oh, you're still in there? Okay. All right. Oh boy, it's 4:07. Hush. Hi, Green Submarine. You can't do it. We only have 1 R. Horn. Yeah, and horns. Very good, Brenda. Very good. Sun. Yeah. No, R, right? Yeah. No rush. R's. Good, Brenda. Onrush. Good, Brenda. Welcome, Marianne. You're back to the members circle. Kevin, you're going to have to sing to her. Kevin's going to have to sing to you, Marianne. You hang on. How did we lose you? Look, you're a sunshine. You should never have been lost. Oh. Marianne's back in the fold. Thank you, Marianne, for becoming a deputy rambler. We've missed you. You came to hear. We did the green submarine. Green submarine, we already did it. Look how long we've been on already. We've been on for how long already? We've been on for a long time. We went through the topic and everything. Green submarine, you got to get here early, rewind, and this is what we do to unwind. We do the true crime, and then we do the word cookie unwind. We're in the unwind section of the show. Become a member, Green Submarine. You're going to like it here. We do it all here, everything. We're not just, one-trick pony. Hey, who you calling? Who you calling a lady? Who you calling a lady, Green Submarine? Oh, no, I don't do that's in my OnlyFans, Green Submarine. I don't do that here. I don't do that here. I only do that in my OnlyFans. You unsubbed, Marianne. Why'd you unsub? Oh, your card did? Oh my gosh. I'm not triggered. Green Submarine, I said I only do that in my OnlyFans. Okay, bye, Green Submarine. Can you send the yellow submarine next time? See you later. Thanks for the view. Bye-bye. Let's see. What is this other one? You were devastated? We were devastated, Marianne. You're back now. That's all that matters. Kevin will sing to you. I'll start a new Zoom and Kevin will sing to you, okay? I'll start a new Zoom, Marianne, and Kevin will sing. We have to do that because we promised. I'll get him. I'll get him right now. I'll start a new Zoom. You haven't lost yours, Marianne. You have not. I think it's going to put you right back at it. It was only a few months, wasn't it, Marianne? It hasn't been years. I am telling you. Don't worry. We'll add those back up. You'll get your full time back. I'm telling you. It'll put you right back. And Kevin's going to sing to you. Hold on. I'll get him up here to sing to you. Whether you like it or not, Marianne. Okay? Whether you like it or not, Kevin's singing to you. Hang on, I'm getting him, okay? Don't worry about it, I'm getting him. At least we got you back in the tribe. Hang on, Marianne. We'll get your full time back. We'll fight for it. Don't you worry about it. Gladys, Molina, thank you for subscribing. Okay, let me go over here. I've got to pull up Slack. Don't worry, Marianne. It's going to be well worth it. He's been practicing for this moment. Okay, he should be coming in any second now. All right. Judy with a Y, how are you? Judy with an I, we never see you anymore. Here comes Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Hello. This goes out to my one and only Marianne. Wouldn't you like to be a ramble too? Boo boo dee doo.
Is that all she gets, Kevin?
That's all she gets, hon. It's 4:15 in the morning.
That's all you get, Marianne, but that was good, right? You got a boop boop be doo.
It is much appreciated.
Oh, here comes Elle. Yeah, she's back in. Boy, that was scary. She said she lost years. No, I think it'll put you right. You still have the sun, Marianne, which means that's the emoji for the longest. I think it'll put you right back on where you were. It'll get you back on track.
Now, see, wasn't that worth it, Marianne?
See, Marianne, aren't you glad you came in tonight? Judy, you can get one too if you join the membership. He'll sing to you too. She loves it, Kevin. See? I love it, Kevin. Look. Marianne. And your sun is back and you're in green. And it looks so nice. I think, Marianne, I really do think it'll put you back where you were. I bet you if I look, it'll show all the months you were there. Let's see. Go to YouTube. Go to... Where's everybody else that was in the Zoom, Al?
They abandoned us.
Where are they?
They abandoned us.
Sharon fell asleep?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't want to go to sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's late. It's very late.
Okay, Kevin. There we go. I'm just going to check something. Let's see. I'll tell you. Marianne, you didn't lose your months, I don't think, Marianne. It has you at 3 years.
I always lose.
That's because you signed into different accounts. You're at 3 years, it says 36 months. I think you're okay. And got to be, rejoined again, 28-month member. Amanda Love, brand new member. Melissa Donnelly, a brand new member. Detective. Ruff, 31 months. So yeah, you're good, Marianne. You're 36. You're 3 years. I don't think they took your time away. You're good. All right. Yeah, it's been 3 years. See, you didn't lose any time. See, now you don't have to be devastated, and now you're right back in there. All right, and let's see. See, let me check something else here. That was. What did we get? Editor. Editor. See something here. Yeah, it says Marianne has become a member. Oh, the little penguin is doing the Marianne has become a member. Gladys Molina has subscribed. Debbie D has been a member for 44 months. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so very good. And on that note, we're going to end the night. Thank you all for coming in. It was very nice. And we'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Stay healthy. Hi, Isabel. And
Hi, everybody.
we'll see you all tomorrow, God willing. Bye. God bless. Bye, Rich. We're going to sleep too. I'm going to try. It's my rib. It's not my back. It's my rib. I couldn't breathe before. It was really scary, but I'll be fine. All right. Love you guys. God bless. Bye. See you later. Bye-bye.